Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with a layout for Scraplift Crafternoon. And it's where a bunch of my crafty peeps and I get together and we scraplift an amazing layout from an amazing creator. And today we are scraplifting Briana, and not only is she just amazing, and that's why we're scraplifting her, but it's also her 1,000 subby celebration hop. And so I know she's giving a giveaway on her channel, so her social media is going to be linked down below, as well as a playlist for all of the people that are joining in on her celebration hop. So congratulations, Miss Briana. You do amazing things, so I'm not surprised that you are at 1,000 subbies. And so today, I pulled in all of my Stamperia bits and bobs and papers for this. Briana's layout, she had a lot of layers. It's amazing. And they're all kind of tattered and distressed. And so I pulled in a bunch of bits from the Vagabond Aviator, the Voyage Fantastiques, and the music collection. And I had some ephemera from the music and ephemera from the Aviator. And I am loving how this layout turned out. I pulled in some thickers from the Heatwave and the Catherine collection. I pulled in a Ciao Bella stencil one way, some washi tape. I pulled in Distress ink in Walnut Stain, and then Distress Mica Stain in the Antique Bronze. And so I pulled in a lot here, but again, it's because she had so many amazing layouts on her layout. And so I pulled in this one, and it was kind of like tattered on the page, and it separated it. So I decided to cut out that part that was kind of the darker brown and leave this metal part as the top layer. And I will distress everything because I feel like Briana's layout was distressed, and plus I just love distressing everything anyway. And so after I fussy cut off those bits from the actual paper, then I used the distress tool and distressed all the edges. And then I will go back, you'll see, with the walnut stain, and I will ink all the edges as well. And then this page I thought was kind of neat. It has like little crosses or flowery bits that are kind of in the background. So I decided I would fussy cut that out and use it as a strip. And so you can see here that I'm cutting around that pattern that's in the paper. And when I do use the walnut stain on it, it stands out a lot better. So you'll see the design, what I'm talking about, in a minute. But I really like how that turned out because it added another layer and without being a whole paper. And the back paper I keep for a little while, but I will switch it out. It just wasn't vibing with me. I pulled in this blue music paper, and when I had that, I felt like everything was kind of the same colors and it started to kind of blend together. So I will switch out that back piece as well. And then I decided I wanted this to be a little bit shorter so I could have more of the layers on the left side. And so I cut that little strip off of the right side so I could butt it all the way up over. And really, I couldn't decide how I was going to do my layers. I kind of fiddled with this a lot. I probably could have got the back paper a little more so that it wasn't so thick with all the layers, but it'll be fine. And so this is where I pulled in that blue music paper, and I just wanted to cut a piece off for the layer, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't cut through some of the tags on the back in case I wanted to use those. So I'm going to start ripping this here, and I will rip it and distress it and put use the walnut stain ink on it as well. And just like I said, getting all these layers here on the left side, I really, really enjoyed her layout, and she even put more layers than I will. Every time I look at her layout, I see something new. And so, again, make sure you check out all of her information below. as well as visiting all of my crafty peeps that are also scraplifting and celebrating with Briana today. All of their information is below, so you can hop on over to their pages and give them some love. We also have our playlist for this Scraplift Crafternoon, and so that'll be down below too. So there's a lot of goodies to check out in the description box. I pulled in this piece of cardboard paper, and it was kind of thick, so I needed it to be flatter. So I pulled the backing off of it. I kind of squished it down. I distressed it. And so I did a lot of things to this one little strip of this cardboard just to make it so that it would lay flatter, because I didn't want the layers on the left side to stick up so much from that cardboard bit. And I distressed the edges with that as well. And it's a little bit longer, so I had to tear the sides off, the top and the bottom off so that it would fit on there. But you can see here's where I switched out that back piece of paper. And so today I'm scrap lifting this beautiful photo. It is Mother's Day, so I want to say happy Mother's Day to all of you beautiful moms out there. And so I figured, well, today I need to scrap lift a photo of my mom and I. And this photo is one of my absolute favorite photos. We went on a cruise for her 70th birthday, and her birthday was actually while we were on the cruise, and it ended up being one of the the dress fancy nights. And so we all decided that we would dress as flappers. And 1920s, the guys obviously didn't dress as flappers, but and then you can go around and get your pictures taken from, on the cruise ship. So after dinner, we all went and got our picture taken. And this picture is of my mommy and I in our little flapper outfits. And I just love it. It's just one of my favorites. And so even when I was doing this layout, it's like when you love a photo so much, you want to make sure that you do it justice. And it kind of paralyzes me a little bit, because I'm just like, oh, I don't want to ruin the photo by doing something that doesn't look good on the layout. It's kind of funny how that works out, but I love how this turned out, and I think it goes perfect with the photo. And it's actually a 5x7, which Briana had a 4x6, but again, it's one of my favorites, and so I had it printed in a 5x7. And I wanted to add some more layers to the back of the photo, so I'm going to do gold. And then when I see that the picture kind of blends in with the gold, I decide to do a black photo mat for it. And then once I put the black photo mat on, it was too big for the piece of gold that I had torn to fit it. So then I'll have to pull in that shiny bronze paper, and it just kind of adds 2 layers as a photo mat around there. And I think that it was actually one of those little happy accidents, because it turned out perfect. And so I pulled in this stencil, and I'm just going to run this stencil down the right side. And it's a gear stencil from the One Way Chabella stencil. And so I pulled in the walnut stain, and then I just stenciled that one section down the side. And once I put the piece that I fussy cut over it, you don't see the line where it stops. And so she had on her left side, she had kind of like a scalloped layer, and I didn't have room on my left side. So this is kind of mimicking that, and I just put it on the right side. And pretty soon, my phone died, and so once I'm starting to kind of figure out the embellishments that I want, and so I apologize, it'll be a little choppy at the end because my phone died, and so you won't get to see all of the embellishments that I put on as I'm doing it, but you'll get to see them in the end and in the photos, of course. And I will use that mica stain in the antique bronze, and I will splatter it on top of that gray metal looking piece so that it just adds some shimmer. I wanted to have some kind of shimmer and shine to it, because I pulled in the from the Catherine Thickers collection, I pulled in the word beautiful. Again, I couldn't decide on a title because it's just one of my favorite. photos, and I thought, well, just Simply Beautiful is perfect for it. And oh, here's where I'm like, oh, I need to add another layer because my gold piece is not big enough now that I matted it in black. But I think the black really helps to just draw your eye into the photo. My mom's dressed in all black, and I have a black hat and a black boa, and so I think it kind of helps tie everything in. I don't know why I went with blue accents for this this layout, but I just really liked how that was looking with all of the other patterns that went along with it. But then I decided I wanted to pop the photo up, and so I grabbed a piece of foam, and I'm going to put it on the back just to give the photo some height. Again, draw your attention really to that photo. And then I'm going to start kind of going through the embellishments and picking out which ones I wanted to put here. I kind of wanted to have a very industrial yet shiny, glitzy kind of layout was the idea. And so this is why I immediately thought of Stamperia. And then I just had to have this camera. I thought this camera was perfect for the time points. And then I pulled in some gears, and I'm going to shove those in all the kind of little crevices that I have around just to add some more of the layers. And then I pulled in these frames from the music collection, and I will cut them in half so that I can put them on both sides of the photo. And I pulled in a blue one and then a tan one, and I won't distress the frames because they're kind of skinny and I didn't want to mess them up, but I will use the walnut stain on them just to help them stand out a little more as well. And I really like that. It just adds that fun extra little element. I do it a lot with the frames. But you can see I added these gold little stars, and I added some washi tape as the side there and then on the bottom. But that's going to be the layout, guys. So again, thank you to everyone who has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. Make sure you go and congratulate Briana, and you visit all of my crafty peeps as well. And I hope everyone has a very, very happy Mother's Day, and have a good day. Bye.